You had it? Oh yeah. But I made that.
Okay, I don't have that much film.
Okay. Originally?
Yes.
Well, I was born in Evergreen Park, right by Grandma, and grew up in LaGrange, Illinois. Then my parents divorced when I was in 5th grade, so we moved to Dixon. It definitely has affected who I become. It's kind of sad because people ask like that question, where are you from? I'm like, I don't know, like, do I say LaGrange? Do I say Dixon? It's hard because I have hearts in both places, obviously, my dad and my mom, and that kind of stems from the divorce, so it's a difficult question to ask, but it kind of depends on who you are. Like, if I know I'm going to know you for a while, I'll tell you both stories, but if it's just surface, I'm like, oh, I'm from either one. I'll never say both.
Your memory that you have prepared.
Did you ask Elise this?
Yeah, I'm in a group called Speak. It's in my school, and it's a leadership group.
Wow.
We're talking about bullying and stuff, and we are like naming hallways after like legacy and stuff like that, and we're just working to make the school a better environment. So we're being leaders in our grade.
Wow. What do you want to do with your life? Do you know what you want to do yet?
I don't know exactly what I want to do for a career, but I just know I want to be a leader. So.
That's crucial.
Yeah.
Your real name's John?
Most Jacks are John.
I was completely unaware of this.
I probably have hives. I'm really red.
Oh,
I get nervous.
From what?
Like talking.
Really? Why do you get nervous from talking?
I guess I don't like all the attention. I know that no one can be watching anything but me, so.
Have you always felt that way?
Even like my first years of teaching, I would always the first couple weeks I'd always have to wear a turtleneck. Interviews, turtleneck. When I get observed, turtleneck.
Really?
Yeah.
Because you get just getting beat red.
Yeah.
Because you don't like everyone looking at you. That's interesting. Lou, what's one of your favorite memories with Nanu?
Lou.
That's such a good Nanu impression.
Time that my dad was driving to the party on New Year's Eve, I remember him singing Christmas carols with us along the way, which is not like Nanu, and you know that.
Yeah, definitely.
So I kind of remember that one that stands up.
After a while, we started looking for Santa before he came, because Santa would come every year. And we started noticing that he was driving a car. So we would all look out the basement window over the couch in that weird, that middle level basement that no one goes in.
The den.
Fish on the wall.
The den.
It was like yellow and brown.
It was scary. That fish.
Why is that there?
It's the only thing that's lit in that entire room.
Yeah.
It's like there's one light on the fish.
Anyway, so that room we would sneak and look out the window and wait for Santa's car to pull into the driveway, and then we knew Santa would come. So that was a really good memory of mine.
Christmas in Chicago. So fun.
Before Grandma and Nanu got the kitchen fixed, they had under the oven, they had a drawer full of really random toys. I remember they had, well, I don't remember if it was a mouth or something, but it was something you would wind up and it would just go across the floor. You would just wind it up. And they just had really random stuff, and it was really fun to play with.
Do you have what?
There's Esmeralda doll. Oh yes, Esmeralda.
What's Esmeralda?
You know when Hunchback of Notre Dame or whatever?
Yeah.
The girl, there was a stuffed animal of that, and then the guy in the armor, and we used to always play with them. Don't we have Esmeralda? I think we took it. We took it. We didn't take it.
It has been stolen.
We stole it from Grandma and Nana's house.
That's so fun.
Yes.
But there was this cool thing back in the day. Probably don't know it now, in the year 2089. But we used to watch this movie. Not all of us, but the nerdiest kids would watch a movie, Star Wars. And it would define a lot of my fantasies, my thoughts. And I was alone in my family and watching Star Wars in the middle of the night. crying quietly to myself. So I would, it was cool when my sisters wanted to watch it, and we all sat down and watched all 6 of them in like 2 days. In a cave, a dark layer of nerd Doritos and Pepsi, and watched all 6 Star Wars movies. A good bonding experience, and we got to share in the Force.
Did your sisters like the movies?
Yeah, they're great movies. Everyone likes Star Wars.
Yeah.
But it made it more, because once you've seen them probably like 30 times like I have, then you see them watch somebody else see it for the first time. The lights in their eyes. The magic.
Oh, easy, actually. I would tell them about, this doesn't involve all of the family, but the Wednesday before Thanksgiving, about 5-6 years ago, maybe even more than that, I'm not sure. We started going over to Aunt Carol's, we being me, Elise, Kelly. My dad sometimes will pop in. He didn't the last couple of years, but we go there and we make pizzelles, which is the only time of the year that we ever have them. And we use Nani's old pizzelle maker. It's got 2 pizzelle things, and every time you try to buy even like a newer machine, none of them like heat up that way, and none of them work as well. So we use that one, and we make enough pizzelles for the entire family, second cousins, extended family for Thanksgiving, which is awesome. And then when we're there, Aunt Carol always makes something delicious, lots of garlic, onions, you know, the usual, and she'll make cranberries, and we just hang out, total relax. It's fantastic. Everybody come like whenever you want, no pressures. Come early, stay late, come for an hour, do whatever you need to do. And it's just so great knowing that, like, you know, that's our tradition, and we made it that way.
Honestly, growing up as a kid too, we gardened. We'd have like grape vines, and I remember just the raccoons coming in the summertime and like crawling up the vines, like at dusk. We would, you know. And then we'd have watermelons and beans and tomatoes as kids. And that was a great, great joy to do as a kid. So yeah, ever since I've been married with Rock, we've been gardening. We've done tomatoes and herbs. We've tried pumpkins, which didn't work. We tried watermelon, which worked had we only planted 1 plant, but we decided to plant 8 plants. So they all died, except 1.
This year actually was like the first time I really appreciated that every Christmas Eve we have family. Like a family gathering, and it's always the same every single year, and I mean most families do have the same thing, but like I don't even think about, oh, maybe we'll have it on Christmas this year, but it's always Christmas Eve. It's so nice.
Family bonds to me are so like effortless, they're just easy. It's not like you have to go through all the where are you from, you know, what do you like. It's just this natural bond that you guys have, and it's a bond where you can see the person 2 times a year, and at Thanksgiving you cuddle up on the couch with them, and it's like perfect, just so comfortable.
Every Christmas has a common thread where there is just love at the center, fun, food, laughter, togetherness, understanding, acceptance, no fighting, no fighting, no fighting. And just sit there and look around. You're either part of it or you sit back and watch it, and it's just a common theme that you latch onto and never want to let go of that. And so even when, and occasionally there'll be a, you know, between 2 brothers or a brother and someone else, you may want to argue or something, but you're like, no, there's no way we're going there. And just work it out.
Who taught you not to eat what?
A lot of crap food.
Oh, yeah.
Start saving your money early, and don't screw around, and you can have fun when you're older.
It's a good lesson. Dad.
Like just how he is, like how he says, like, do we need that? That's how he said that Nani would say, like when they were younger, like if he wanted to get something, he said, we don't need that right now.
I hope I improve from him, and I tell my kids you're supposed to improve, so don't do what I do. Improve from where I am. And I'm guessing, hoping that they've done that. They may disagree. So, does that answer your question?
Yeah, definitely.
Are you sure?
Yeah. What?
Nanu's a crazy guy. He loves telling stories. Like I've heard his life story like so many times I can't even count. but I love hearing his story over and over again because it's just an amazing story about he just worked so hard in his life, and Grandma and Nanu always bicker and fight and stuff, but it's so obvious that they love each other.
I think that my advice would be always wear sunscreen.
Never wear sunscreen. Ever.
I would say pay close attention to your parents and your family if they're in a loving, healthy environment. I would say please get hooked up to a very good church.
I think my advice would be that we are physical, spiritual, and emotional, and so to take care of every aspect of who you are, especially the spiritual side, because I think a lot of people undervalue having a relationship with God and how it affects them. I think it's totally transformed who I would have been. It's comforted me that in times that are hard, that spending time with God has been invaluable, just like hearing clarity about specific things and just like asking specific questions and just getting answers. And so yeah, just like clarity, comfort, encouragement, just anything that you would get from a normal relationship.
You have to plant it well and in the right way. You can't just stick it in the ground. You want to avoid your bugs. So kind of like life, you want to like plant yourself in positions or do the right thing. Just do things that are going to be more healthy for you in general, to like just to be a healthy person. You know, and that may mean cutting things out of your life that aren't so good. Whether that's, you know, even if it's a hard thing to do.
Would you like to say anything to the people that end up pioneering other planets that are also your progeny?
Just be history majors and don't be dicks. Because if you look at every colonization of any place, it's always just so awful. If pioneers are watching this one day, don't be dicks. Just be cool about it. I mean, I don't know, I guess you kind of have to do that. What if they have some sweet gold? What if they have sweet jewels that we want?
Oh, that's bad.
I want those jewels.
Do you think you're going to teach those lessons to your kids?
Yeah, if I...
Do you think you will have kids?
I don't know. I really do not know.
Do you want kids?
Yes and no.
Why no?
Well, I don't know. It's just a really big thing. I've always just thought about it. Not sure.
Do you think the world will be like Star Wars someday?
I don't think the world. I think maybe. I don't know. Yeah, maybe if like we don't run out of resources by the year. If I ever have great grandkids.
I always thought it's funny, like when I was 18, 19, I was like, okay, be married by 23, kids by 26, but that's just not how my brain has formed yet. I haven't been ready, so hopefully when the time has come, I'll be a 40-year-old mom with a kindergartner.
I say there's a lot of pressure on women these days with all things like media and all of that. There's a lot of pressure to be, like... Are you serious?
Sorry, we're calling Grandma Nanu.
Do you like worry for your kids that there's that kind of like situation of crisis with our food system at all?
I think about it, yeah, because I mean, I know it's possible. I would never say that it's not possible because I suppose it's possible.
But it's so hard because I mean, okay, we're gonna go a little geeky here. I took an astronomy class, so I know all about it. The nearest like planet or like star, other like star system, solar system was like 30 light years away. So if we were had something traveling at the speed of light, it would take 30 years to get there. And the speed of light is the fastest thing known.
Except for possibly neutrinos this year. They don't know yet.
That's the thing.
They don't know.
We're almost, I was like, there's no way. Like, that just is like a dick move. Like, God wouldn't be like, yeah, you can, there's other light, because there has to be other light, if you think about it. Because, just logically, there's 100 billion stars in our galaxy.
Yeah.
100 billion. And like, so like there's like probably like 10 planets for each star, so that's like a trillion chances in our galaxy, and there's 100 billion galaxies, so 100 billion to the 100 billionth degree. It's like, come on, not even one? I mean, maybe, I mean, that's just, it seems a little illogical to think that there couldn't be even the slightest chance. So yeah.
What if we were the first life forms to ever be?
That would be pretty cool.
Or would it be really sad?
It would be kind of both, not mutually exclusive.
You could tell your this is the last question, your great-great-great-grandchildren one lesson that you would want to teach them, that you've learned in your life so far. What would you tell them?
When you find out what God wants you to do, go do it. And listen, he'll be talking to you.
What makes you like Star Wars so much?
I don't know. The lightsabers are just so cool. If I had a lightsaber, there'd probably be world peace, because there'd always be someone saying, I could rob the store right now, but that one guy could get me.
My mom collects nativity scenes. So I don't know. She put like half of them away this year because we were having parties. And there's still like, what, 12? Like in this one room. So I like love that. I love like representing it and seeing it throughout the house more than even any Santa Claus or snowman decorations we have. So I'll definitely like teach my kids the importance of Christmas.
If you can do it in any way, shape, or form, as many people as possible on Christmas Eve, it's a great, great tradition.
What is it that I get him for Christmas? And I gave him a clue. And the first clue was it's yellow, and he said a Caterpillar truck, which was a very good guess, but it wasn't right. And then I said there's parts of it, and he said, I couldn't think of anything. It has things that shoot.
Oh, it's a soda fire truck!
No, but that was a really good guess. Oh, you're such a good guesser. Wait a minute, let me think.
Wait,
I'll give you
what is it? Whisper it in my ear. Oh.
The things that shoot could stick to something.
What is it?
That's what I'm trying to get you to guess. What could be? You have to be careful so you don't poke your brother's eye out too. What could be?
It's a soda gun! Another one.